So yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us all day and throughout the talks. We've had some good stuff. We've got one more talk before bar time, so well, to be honest, most of you have hit the bar quite well already, so we're doing quite well. Without further ado, I will pass over to Barney. Woo.
Cool. So my name is Barney. I am a sound designer for games. I've worked on a few little indie games, bits and bobs, and I've actually just left university, so I'm trying to do that whole get into the games industry thing. Basically, I have made a kind of demo level in Unreal and put some sounds in it to go on my reel to hopefully impress some people, maybe. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about that. It's not really finished, and I've learned quite a lot doing it, so it's not quite there yet. But I thought I'd talk about some of the techniques I've used to record stuff, some of the implementation I've used, and just kind of my whole overall aim for the level. So I'm going to start off by just showing a little clip without audio of what it looks like. My computer wasn't really powerful enough to capture good video and audio at the same time. So I've got good video and then average video but with audio. So I'll show you this just so you see what it's kind of like. This is the first kind of little bit of the level. Cool. I'll leave it to loop so you can look at it while I talk. But basically, this is all stuff from the asset store. I didn't make any of this myself, other than stick it together. I think it looks quite cool, I guess. I really wanted just to do for a sound for a space station type thing. I really love games like Alien Isolation and Soma and stuff like that. So a lot of my kind of influences for it visually as well as the sound come from that. And I'll talk about how I've kind of taken influence from those guys now. So it's not really a game in the sense of gameplay. It's kind of a walking simulator, maybe. You just kind of walk around and trigger stuff, pick stuff up, that kind of thing. So it's really driven by voiceover. I wasn't too sure about doing voiceover because obviously using amateur actors might not be amazing, but I found a few people that I thought were quite good and recorded them for the level, and it's what you will hear in the end. The main character, I really wanted it to kind of be feel like you are them. I've done a lot of VO recording that's just one mono mic in front of you, and it obviously is mono, but I read on Soma they used binaural microphones to capture voiceover for the first person character. So I decided to try that. I didn't actually have any binaural microphones though, so I put two microphones on either side of my voiceover artist's head, much to his discomfort. And it kind of sounds a little bit binaural. Obviously, it's not actually binaural because he doesn't model the ears, but it's just kind of a little bit more stereo. So I'll play you a little bit of that. It probably won't transfer very well over this system, but...
Okay, Commander. Begin by getting straight forward.
This is a different one, hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
This is raw, by the way.
Loud and clear. I'm suited up and standing by now in airlock 4. Nice. I'm all set over here. Nice. I'm all set over here.
Is it funny fading?
No, you strapped Mike's to his head, stun off the guy.
I had to play that bit because it was very funny. But yeah, it kind of helps to sell the immersion a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I'll play the other one. A friend of mine from my course is Bulgarian, and he does this great Russian accent, so I had to have it in the game.
Okay, Commander. Begin by heading straight forward and taking a left ahead. Okay, Commander. Begin by heading straight forward and taking a left ahead.
He, at the end of the level, it takes you out on the top of like a kind of asteroid type thing, and you get a little moon buggy, and you drive around, and he shouts, "Go left," and stuff, which I thought would be fun. Yes, is that everything I was going to talk about? Yes, it was. I'll talk about my Foley and stuff as well. Again, this was quite influenced by Soma. I really wanted it to be very... like lots of layers, lots of detail. It doesn't quite come out that way, but that was the intention. Byron Bullock, that worked on Alien Isolation actually as well, talked about his Foley approach for Alien Isolation, and I kind of tried to take influence from that a little bit. They lots of different layers, lots of kind of dynamic use of Foley and the way it's triggered it and that kind of thing. They also used a contact mic to record the Foley, which I thought was quite interesting. So I've got a few little examples of that. So this is a suitcase that I put some bricks in to try and get the big weight of a spaceship, of a spacesuit rather. And this is just kind of normal microphone setup. And this is the contact mic, I think. So it's got a bit more depth, a bit more kind of low end to it. Yeah. Talk about that footsteps as well. I hate making footsteps really because they're always really noisy and I can never really balance them very well. So I spent a lot of time on this trying to get the footsteps to sound right, to sound beefy. It's a lot of the level is this like metal grating stuff. So I spent ages trying to find metal grates, and I did in the end. And I went at like 2 a.m. when there wasn't very much traffic, and like jumped on this metal grating to get it to like bang around. So I've got a bit of that. Yeah, it was also raining at the time, so thank the Lord for RX. I also, again, stealing from Alien Isolation, they talked about how they used like big metal boxes and stuff as like resonant boxes. So they put a microphone next to the person recording footsteps, and the resonances, you know, came across in the metal body and sounded metal. I'll play you it. So this is just me walking on like a concrete or something like that, but with a big filing cabinet next to me with a mic inside of it, and it was a really easy way just to make really beefy, like cool sounding footsteps, and they're all kind of just layered in. There's lots of different footstep layers. Cool. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, the filing cabinet. So. As I said, and as you may have seen on Facebook and Twitter or whatever, I spent quite a lot of time recording a filing cabinet because it makes this incredible metal resonance that was just really like spot on for this spaceship level. And I thought that this kind of thing layered into like ambiences and that kind of stuff would give a lot of depth, a lot of like kind of character to it. I also stumbled upon this kind of grating, staticky thing that I sort of thought sounded quite cool. Which will be used in the level at some stage. It hasn't made it in yet, but I kind of wanted to emulate like the movement of the metal in the ship and like, you know, that kind of thing. I also have a section of my level that is underwater. I really wanted to record some cool underwater sounds because that's something that's fun to experiment with. So I wrapped up a contact mic in cling film and electrical tape, so no water got down to it. And I stuck it in my bath, and I stuck it in like a big tub of water, and just recorded a load of kind of underwater sounds that will go on top of the player sounds when they're moving around and stuff underwater, and also for the ambience and stuff like that. So I'll quickly play those. Yeah. I think that was like a straw or something, blowing some bubbles. Tons of fun. Yeah, so you get the idea. I also tried recording an underwater impulse response by submerging a balloon and then popping it, and it didn't work. It just got my kitchen very wet, unfortunately. But I did then use my brain and popped it outside of the water, and there's a kind of a underwatery sound to it. Again, that hasn't made it into the level yet, but it will do soon. I think that is everything that I recorded. So I will talk about how I put it together and that kind of thing. It's really quite simple code, really. Most of the sounds are either kind of ambience 3D stuff, lots of kind of first-person footsteps, Foley, that kind of thing. And you interact with the world quite a bit, you know, like seeing if doors are unlocked, and you can play recordings that from the crew that were on the ship. There's a torch as well. And that's all just quite simple Blueprint stuff. I'm not really a coder, and I've only just started playing with Blueprint, so you guys probably know more than I do about that kind of thing. But I will demonstrate what the game actually looks like. I couldn't bring a build, unfortunately, because it was a huge file. And the video quality isn't amazing. It's a little bit laggy. And the mix isn't great either, but yeah. What I would love to hear is feedback from people, how you think I can improve it, how you think I can add stuff. There's stuff missing, ambience is missing and stuff like that, but it kind of gives you an idea of the level. So.
Pre-flight check for Commander 246. Routine recon check of transport vessel found in Sector 16, Alpha 42. Initial scans indicate some signs of mechanical and intelligent life forms. Can you hear us, 246?
Loud and clear. I'm suited up and standing by now in airlock 4.
Thank you, Commander. Should be a standard check. We've equipped your suit with anti-grav, as it doesn't appear to be functioning on the ship. You also have a torch fitted to your phaser. You can activate and deactivate it with the T key.
Nice. I'm all set over here.
There's a bit of lag on the
Proceed to
audio.
the exterior door and press space to enter. There should be a door to your left. Check if it's open with the space key.
It's locked. I'll try one of the doors further down. This one's locked too. By the looks of it, it hasn't been opened for a long time.
Keep moving 246. There's a console coming up on your left. You can press the P key to play the last recorded log made by the crew that were aboard the ship.
Ship's log 0374 from cooling shaft 12. We're having some problems with the water feed to the main O2 room. A few days ago, Collins sent out a recon drone in the direction of a nearby human vessel, and is yet to return. It's been almost a month since comms went dead in Sector 16. The last remaining scientist on board reckons fallout from an imploding star on the edge of the sector has caused the communication blackout. Long overdue, I think.
This one's locked too. By the looks of it, it hasn't been opened for a long time.
There's another terminal on the left of the room. You can check for more of the crew's recordings by pressing the P key.
Ship's log 0382 from the O2 room. We've been in the dark for months now with nothing on any line of communication. The recon drone hasn't returned.
Yeah, there you go. There was quite a lot of latency there for some reason. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, that is the level.